What is up? I'm your host, Gabby, and welcome to the Shit My Roommate Says podcast. Come vibe with my guests and I as we share our stories and open up about the taboo topics that roam around in most people's minds. All right, welcome back to the Shit My Roommate Says podcast. I'm your host, Gabby, and today we have with us a really great friend who was on the podcast last year and just so happened to join me in my really awesome woman positive studio. Give it up for Abby, people.
Yeah. I think you did that the last time we had a podcast too.
I have to keep it over. Keep it true, keeping it real. I'm so excited to have you again.
I'm excited to be back too. And it's just so ironic what we're going to be talking about today compared to what we talked about the last time. Also.
I know. You know, not that acting like a lady and thinking like a man truly hasn't really shaped us to where we are today. There was bits and pieces, especially within that show, to definitely put us where we needed to be, in my opinion. I had such a great time with that episode with you.
Definitely. I think that was definitely a phase of our life that it's kind of to the side right now, especially compared to what we're going to be talking about today.
I mean, give people an update, let them know. I mean, I'm sure we have new listeners. What did our episode consist of last time? Tell them a little bit about yourself and what brings you on today.
So the last time we spoke, my situation, we were talking about the single life and our mindset as to the perception of dating and the perception of being a woman in the dating world now.
No, exactly.
And then it's like, what, a year later, my situation now is I have a baby.
So different. So different. Like you acting like a lady, thinking like a man. I'm pregnant.
It's like I tried to be for the streets, but the streets chewed me up and spit me back out and said you pregnant. Nope, it's not for you. Here you go. You should have stood on the sidewalk, but no, you wanted to be in the streets.
She had a girl. We named her Brenda.
What? What? I might not have a girl. I had a boy.
Okay, we keep it.
He's pretty. He's pretty. That's okay. But now I'm gonna see it, but I'm gonna want to call him Brenda now. I can't with you.
Mom, why does Thea call me Bryn?
Well, you see, you gotta listen to this podcast and you'll understand.
See paragraph, shit my roommate.
But you can't type the word shit. It's with the exclamation point.
I mean, by then that'll probably be built into the Webster's dictionary. That type of logic and grammar will probably be used 24/7.
Maybe the Urban Dictionary.
I was about to say, I was like, no, I see humankind getting real stupid.
They're stepping it up.
Stepping it down.
Stepping it down. Keep it down.
Keep it down.
You just gotta keep it down.
We could fucking do this all day.
Anywho, anyways, so ghetto.
Whatever. You.
I'm so ghetto.
So, getting back, we could do this all day. Abby is one of my really, really closest best friends, like a ride or die. It's our Baytown. We're just crazy. I love her. Having her on today with the episode that we've been talking about, this is an episode that has definitely been in the works. We have always said that this topic just really resonates with us. We're going to be talking about bad moms. It's the way society depicts mothers who technically, I guess, give it their all, or just mediocre moms. Like nobody said this shit was easy.
No, definitely motherhood did not come with a manual, and it's an indefinite topic that people don't talk about as to what the society's perception of being a good mom is. And it's like the smallest thing make you a bad mom, and that's exactly what it's a conversation that needs to be had, because I feel like there's really no definition of what a good mom is.
So to give people a little bit of history, When did you become a mom?
So I became a mom in 2015 when I had my 6-year-old. And of course, I was like in my early 20s. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was a new experience for me, opposed to now that I have my son, it's like a different mindset. But the when I had my daughter, it's like motherhood kicked in, but it's like, okay, I know what I have to do, but it's like, where do I start? And being afraid of making certain mistakes to for society to see me and be like, oh, okay, she doesn't know what she's doing, she's a bad mom.
I
But it's like,
understand.
what is it that makes someone a bad mom and what makes someone a good mom?
I understand that. When I first found out that I was pregnant, so prior to me even getting pregnant, really, I was always told I couldn't have children. I had a lot of health issues.
Hmm.
So it really didn't help the fact. So I always took it just with a grain of salt that it was just never going to be in my cards, which I was perfectly fine with. Like it was something I was completely okay. It came to odds. Then fast forward and it's like, holy shit, I'm pregnant. And now it's like I've always done my own thing. Like I've been that selfish person because I was able to be, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, and then backtracking, fast tracking it to she's here and bad girl jewelry is with me. And it's just like, holy shit. Like,
What now? Yeah.
where the fuck do you go from
Right.
here? Is there a cheat sheet? There was no instruction guide. I Oh my, the overwhelming sensation of being just scared, not knowing what the fuck to do. Yeah, scary shit.
And it's crazy because like every situation is different. So like with my son, it's like that was my situation. I was told I couldn't have any more kids. So
Right.
then I find out I'm pregnant and it's like, what the fuck? Like, this was not in my plans. This was, like you said, like it wasn't in the cards for you. It wasn't in the cards for me either. With my daughter, I had complications. And after her, it's like I had 3 miscarriages. So I figured no more kids for me. I'm one and done. And
Yeah.
then find out I'm pregnant. It's like, how am I supposed to do this?
No.
How am I going to do this? Like, is my motherhood going to be scrutinized because I'm living, I'm doing me and doing my thing. And then, oh shit, I'm pregnant.
I get it. Even into my pregnancy, I knew that my momming style, what I was raised with and what I wanted to instill and do with my child were like two completely different things.
Right. Same. Exactly.
So when now, that she's 4, it's the best way to explain it. It's bad mom living.
I have to agree with that one because for me, it's like what I was raised on. It's like traditional, you're a good mom, you live for your kids. Like it's black and white. And now that my children are here, it's like I have a different mindset in parenting and a lot of traditional ethics. It's like it doesn't agree with exactly what I do, but it's
Yeah.
like, does that make me a bad mom? Or I mean, because we grow up with certain characteristics because of our childhood, and it's like we don't want to instill those in our children.
Exactly. So, the biggest one that I know I get a little looks with is I give bad girl jewelry the tablet, the iPad.
Definitely.
And it's like, one, she probably looks like a spoiled brat because she's holding, a fucking iPad and then has my fucking Beats headphones on. Like it she's able to have that, okay? Like whatever. So it's already the looks at that because and don't get me wrong, she sits there. I mean, she has her moments where she's a diva, but she sits there. She has a purpose, she has a duty, she's doing it.
Right.
But I do that. I get so many different comments about it from my family because of course it's like, oh, she's just gonna be attached to the phone. Well, no, because like we can limit it and whatnot.
Right.
And then a big one for me, don't get me wrong, I cook when I can, but I'm not a huge cooker. Like it's not something I do. Like, and I've come to terms with it. And I feel like my kid has come to terms with it because he has to. But I mean, I feed us a balanced nutrition meal.
She eats at the end of the day.
She eats.
She eats. And you know what? I know exactly where you're coming from on that one, because growing up it was like, you eat, we have food at home, you eat,
Hmm.
we cook, traditional mom. And then now it's like, hey, you want to pick something up, and it's just
Yeah,
like, well, there's food at home.
you
I
remember?
have McDonald's money now, and
I
I
was
remember
about
my
to
parents
say, you
never had
remember?
McDonald's money.
There was a meme, and it was like a cat, and it's like, when you ask your parents to go to stop at McDonald's, and then it's like when they actually say, like, yeah, that's how I was.
They
Like,
have
yes,
McDonald's money all of a
yes,
sudden.
they have McDonald's money now. It's because they have them grandkids. Hell no, my mom never bought me a fucking Happy Meal.
Same. It wasn't like, it was very rare that we got that. And then
Yeah,
now it's like, it's so common just to
common.
pick something up. It's like, do people cook still? I mean, I
I
do,
Here and
but
there, here and there, I cook. It depends on, like I said, it depends.
yeah, people have their cheat days,
I mean,
sometimes cheat years.
weeks, for weeks.
Yeah, it's going on a year.
Yeah, but I've never felt bad about. I guess to me, because it's like I know my love for my kid is genuine at the end of the day.
Right.
It's we have our structures. So Jill and I wake her up by like 6:45 in the morning. She is up, has to be up, because it takes that little shit like 30 minutes, no joke, for me to just put on a pair of pants, some socks, maybe socks, because she might be having some already on. It takes me 30 minutes to brush teeth, do some hair,
Right.
and put on a pair of clothes. Like, what? 30 minutes for that would take me like 3, 4. You know how much extra time we could do with our activities?
Definitely, you could have meditated in the mirror
I
before you got
could.
ready, had your coffee, get ready for some hot girl shit.
Yes,
But
yes.
no, taking care of little one.
Ugh, the nerve. Fucking nerve.
You're done.
I just don't
You're done.
understand. She just wants to start the day with violence. Like, fuck.
She wants to start the day with violence.
I did not know I birthed such a violent being. I didn't teach her that.
I don't know where she picked that up
I
from.
might be a bad mom, but I'm not that bad. That is her. I'm gonna blame the dad.
I'm gonna blame the dad on that one. And one thing for me is, growing up, my parents were very, very traditional. So it's like things that, like, for example, you know, moms need a break. Moms need a break.
Oh my
And
god.
it's like, if you're a mom and you go out, it's you're a bad mom, because
I
your life should be about your kids. You should not be going out.
I am the first to say, like, you see me out, my kids are taken care of. Mind your
Really,
business.
yeah, they're
Like,
fed, asleep. It's like, okay, so why?
they're taken care of.
Exactly, they're taken care of. And I can understand, people that don't prioritize and they don't meet the needs of their kids, but
Yeah. No,
why is
definitely.
it so bad for moms to take that mental break?
There's just a stigma. Like, and that's because I've honestly felt it myself. Moms feel obligated to do everything for their kids, no
Definitely.
matter what. So my biggest thing with bad girl jewelry now, it's like if there's something that I can't do or don't have time to do, I feel automatically guilty because I'm like, well, I just want to do like everything for you, even though you're a little shit, you're rude, you don't eat my food. I'm like, I still want to do all the good things for you, boo.
I think I saw a meme of, it says single moms be having their snaps, where it's like 1 minute you see a baby eating cereal and then the next you see her twerking and turning up. That is definitely my snap. You
Yes.
see everything on there, because it's like you said, at the end of the day, I take care of what I got to take care of. And if I have some free time, like if my kids are in bed and they're watched, then I think I deserve some free time without being scrutinized for it.
No, exactly. And who in the world wants to be judged just for doing something that we didn't get a rule book for? There is no instruction manual on how to raise a fucking little human being. I'm just, it's, I'm baffled. I just, no.
And then with tradition, it's like,
Oh my God. Traditional values.
Yes, traditional values. It's like you hide that from your kids.
You
Because I know
say where
growing
the
up,
sun don't fucking shine.
I know growing up, I didn't know that my parents went out or did certain things because it
Yeah.
was, you know, it was something like we don't talk about that. We just talk about how good parents we are.
Mhm.
And now it's like, I definitely don't want to hide my life from my kids. I want them to know who their mom is. Like, yeah, you know what? Your mom takes care of business and she's also a socialite.
Yeah.
She has friends. There's spot. This is the spot that she likes to go to, or whatever the case may be. But it's just like
I feel like
it's that stigma. Yeah.
my mom was such an OG bad mom. I mean, this is not a bash to her. I went to bars. I went to bars when I was a young kid.
I went to the
And
parties,
you
the
know
family
what?
parties.
They had some good ass peanuts. Their cokes were fresh, and I got to do karaoke. I mean, I feel like that just set me up for my life later on.
You need a call later.
Yeah, I'm like,
Sorry, not sorry.
sorry,
But
not
it's just
sorry.
like it's things like that. It's like, you know, growing up, it's like we don't talk about things like that. And now it's just like, well,
You
why
don't.
not?
I don't understand. There has been situations with my mom too, where I'll bring us a what? I don't remember. I'm like, oh, but you got amnesia. Oh, like, what's
I
wrong
still
with
got the
you?
scar.
It's right here, homegirl.
It's
No,
on my heart.
you know what? It's because you broke me here. You broke me here,
I
mother.
was this and now I'm this.
And it's funny when she goes through all of the names of my siblings before she gets to me, and I'm like, do you not even know who your child
Oh
is?
my God. Have what about birthdays?
That's my dad.
Yeah, my
No, my
dad.
mom is honestly probably the best when it comes to dates and birthdays. I feel it's like after you pop out two kids, you automatically have to be really fucking good at it. So that way they don't get suspicious that, you don't know who's who.
Right.
But what else? Irrelevant. As long as my mom knows when
Yeah,
my
for the
birthday is.
last 5 years, I think my dad's been believing that my birthday's on in August.
And
It's
see,
not.
my brother, sister, and I all are in the same month, all within the same week.
Oh wow.
So
That's a
if
lot. That, you know what? I feel for your dad on that one. That's a lot.
no, you should
that
know.
that's a
You
lot.
chose to have me, homeboy. You tell me when my birthday
You
is.
had
When did I choose to grace this world with my fucking
there
presence?
was some OCD going on in those conception times, man.
Right? I'm just saying. I'm like, they really liked that month. The TV must have been broken or something. Sluts. I
Oh
love
my
my
God.
parents though. Like at the end of the
Oh
day, my parents
God.
know they're the real
She
ones.
said sluts.
They know what they have whole
It's
tendencies.
like, okay, you know what, mom? It's okay. We know you had a spontaneous love life back in the day. It's okay. It's
I got you,
okay.
mom.
It is
It is
okay.
ho. It is ho.
It is okay.
Oh my
Okay. Oh well.
ho. Oh my God.
Ah, I'm funny.
Welcome to the shit show.
Yes.
Oh man.
So, anyways,
Yes, but coming back, I just lost my spot. I I can't say I blame homegirl for doing everything she did. I can't say, but technically no. Back to before I forget, my dad would forget my birthday, so he always thinks I'm my brother's birthday,
because it's
and
all
my
in the same
sister's is
week.
mine.
Poor man.
Yeah. If it also helps, my brother-in-law is like in the same like a day or so after us.
So it's like another person added on to that month and week. I guess the standards of parenting now, it's like
It's so high.
it's yeah, it's so high and it's and I get it because there are really a lot of deadbeats out there. There
Mm-hmm.
really are. And the ones that do hustle and do what they got to do, it's like because of what the standards are and what the status quo is,
Mm-hmm.
it's like we're stuck in the middle. It's like, what do we do there? But it's just like it comes to a point where it's like, you know what? Fuck it.
So I'm sure you've noticed I'm like a huge observant person and I love to people watch. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Oh yeah. As long as
So
I've known you, I've always known that about you.
yeah, it is honestly one of my most favorite things to do is to people watch because it tells you a lot about a person with doing such minimal things like just body movement tells you a lot, eyes, just facial expressions, all of it. It's just, you could definitely tell a lot. And there was, where was I? Oh my God, where was I? Ah, can't think of it. Just slipped my mind. I swear.
And I
I
swear.
about that. No, I don't remember what was. That is the mom brain for you, though.
Definitely, because everything that's going on in your mind, there's so much going on in your mind when you're a mom.
Yes, though. I understand that. Thank you for helping me. But yes, I just, okay. Do you always feel as a mom that you have maybe, let's say, 10 topics, 10 different things that you need to do?
Mm-hmm.
And as you're trying to get those 10 things done, three subcategories come up for each
Yes.
task. Okay.
Yes.
See, that is how
Yes.
my mind operates. And then it's like, holy shit, what was the
And
original
then the
task?
first thing that you didn't do, you come back 2 hours later, like, shit, I gotta finish that. Fuck.
Exactly. That is exactly how I feel. That's what happened in my mind. It's like, oh, I'm going to tell you about the quantum realm and how we're able to get there by just utilizing your microwave. Boom, squirrel. Like, that is my mind, people. I don't know how better to explain it than that. Like, I really can tell you the key ingredient to parenting. Thank you, babe.
Have you ever walked out with the wrong pair of shoes? Like you're
Yes.
dressed up, you
No,
look cute, and then you walk out with your Crocs?
no. Okay.
Well, I'm
My
I'm Croc Nation over here, but
my thing is like, I will make sure I get my coffee right, and I'll make sure that I have it ready. I put it by the door, like it's ready to go with all of our bags. Then I grab all of the bags, get to her school, realize, fuck, where's my coffee?
I'm the same way.
I'm
I
like,
already
"Damn
locked
it."
up the house. I'm in the car. We're running late, and it's like, fuck, dude, I left
Do you
my
go back?
energy drink. Oh, no, if I'm running late, no,
Okay, see, I
because I have to take the keys out of the ignition, go unlock my door, and I'm just like, fuck,
okay,
dude.
R. Kelly.
He put his keys in. I took it out.
Well, I guess you're right. You're right. You're right. I take it back. Take it back. Rescind. No, though. Okay. So what I squirrel.
But you know what? I feel like that's a sign that you have your kids in your mind, because it's like, my kid has this tomorrow. They have this tomorrow. They have this tomorrow. Squirrel. Oh,
Dude,
I
okay.
forgot to put pants on.
Thank you.
Like,
No, thank you. With my daughter though, that is the one thing, like, as long as everything for her is good, I don't give a shit about forgetting my stuff. Yes, I do go back for the coffee though. I also like live like a little bit, like 10 minutes from
but
where
it's
I
like, if
gotta
that's
get to.
gonna help you stay motivated
Oh,
and
it
like
does. It does.
not
Kill
to,
people.
yeah, not to forget to drop your kid off at school and take them to work by accident, then by all means get your coffee.
Good.
I've done that. I've taken my kid to work before.
I remember you told me about that. I
Like,
love I
like,
can't wait for the day that she's able to go to work with me. But no, she'd be a tyrant, dude. I go to work for a vacation.
then the tablet comes in.
Yeah.
Then we understand the tablet
No,
concept.
I
Okay.
gotta work for vacation. Like that's
that
little
is
time
your
away
that
from
is your
him.
me time. Same. Like, this is my me time.
At during my house, she's the boss bitch. And then when I'm at work, I am.
Let me have my kingdom, man.
Let me have
Let
my
me be a
life
boss
back.
somewhere.
Thank you. No, I feel okay. So there's
You already scarred my uterus, child. What more do you
oh
want?
my God, dude. Labor with that little girl was the fucking worst. Okay. Did you have natural births or did you have like C-sections?
I had C-sections for both.
Okay. Okay. So with C-sections, are they like scheduled or something, right? They are.
Yes, they are scheduled, and then there's also an emergency C-section, which happens when you have complications.
Okay, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm familiarized now. Okay, so did you have like a little waiting period before they like took you back?
To like the surgery room,
Uh-huh.
or like for the scheduled one?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
Oh, you had an emergency with one and
Well, I had an emergency C-section with my daughter
uh-huh.
because I was horrible health. Like I first time mom, I didn't know what to eat. I didn't read the books, didn't do none of that. I just thought, oh, I'm eating for two. I can eat whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. You know, people are pampering me, spoiling me. First grandchild,
Yeah.
so emergency C-section because I had high blood pressure.
I
It
get
was
it.
just rushed in.
I get it. I get it. I had food aversion when I was pregnant. So I could not eat anything like hot temperature wise. So if it was steamy or fresh, like I was like, no, can't. Like just gagged so bad.
I remember being very, very sick with my daughter. Like the smell of water
Oh
just
man.
made me gag and I
Must have
got
been
sick
from
in
the
the
tap.
I was brushing my teeth.
I was like, must have been from the tap.
And like everything made me sick. Just the process of her, it was just like, God, this shit's beautiful. Like when does pregnancy get beautiful?
I
Like
thought,
let's be honest. When does pregnancy and labor get beautiful? Because I remember getting a message when I went into labor with my daughter saying, you're gonna love this experience. It's gonna be so fucking beautiful.
no, I want to
I'm
get a
there on the
shot.
table, like, bitch, when does this shit get beautiful?
I wanted
Fuck
to
this.
I wanted somebody to shoot me when I was in labor. Like she was a preemie, so she came early by
Right.
about 5 weeks. And her head though was full 40 weeks. That fucking head. Oh my god, that dome.
That too.
It was bad, man. So heavy.
It's like a crime scene in my pants.
No, it was so heavy. She just it was like I just like you know how they tell you like your body is like so it's like this. So it's like their head is sitting like on this bone or this bone.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, and I went one way, it hurt. I went the other way, fucking hurt. I literally told my sister, I was like, go get my gun so you can shoot me. Shoot me. I was done with fucking labor. I was like, let's just fucking have this child already.
You like to take it
Just
out,
fucking die.
please. Felt like the movie Alien, just like just coming out. Like
I fucking love that.
oh my god. So yeah, like my first one was horrible. It was just like for being a mom for the first time experiencing that,
Yeah.
it was like, fuck this. But then, with my son, it was a totally different process. It was a
Yeah.
scheduled C-section still, but I was in better health this time because I knew what to eat, what to drink. I knew what to expect this time. Like I was like on 10. I felt like a badass mom. I was like, I know what to do this time around. And it was just smooth. Like labor was smooth. Everything was just smooth. And then even my recovery, like I was walking by day one, eating solids by day two. I was walking around
Okay, overachiever here,
by
Mitch.
week one. And I'm just like, yeah, I got this shit in the bag. I was just like, but it all goes back to the mistakes I made when I became a first mom.
Yeah.
So it's like, because like we said, there's no manual for this. It's like, what the fuck do you do? It's
No.
like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And
I try my best with my kid every day. You know, it's some days are better than others. You know, she yells at me, I might yell back at her. Like it is what it is. It's the roll of the dice on things. But for the most part, our dynamics since, the changes that I made earlier this year, um, I feel like we're getting better. I feel like things are working in a more positive situation. She has her moments of being a little shit, but she's also a little shit. Like,
she's also a 4-year-old little
yeah,
shit. So
a
like she's
four.
adjusting to human life and society and
Yes,
the way
and
the world is. Like us, we're what, halfway through our lifespan, maybe? Not even, maybe not
bitch,
even
I'm
half.
in my prime. What are you talking? Maybe you're in, yeah, your
I
life.
don't know. Maybe it's just
Are
me.
you to like step in front of a bus or something? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, tomorrow is not promised, so who knows?
Oh
But
shit.
I mean, but the especially like with what the world is now, it's like literally our parenthood against the world,
It
raising
really
our
is.
kids.
I've noticed that the difference already just in what I see with how I was raised to okay, so my best example is my daughter's school. I I love observing her teachers. and all of the other
Mhm.
parents
Mhm.
and seeing how they are with their kids. I mean, I don't see them dropping them off, at a Christian academy, bumping Megan the Stallion like I do. But I love seeing the different interactions and seeing like how other people are with their kids. And it's so funny to see the different just pers- like the personalities and stuff.
Right.
It's fun to see people just being in their own elements.
Definitely. I feel like the way my parenting with my daughter, it's definitely different from what I was raised on for sure. So I was raised on survival, morals, like you care what people think about, you work hard, you do this, you do that, tough love.
Mhm.
And but how do you do that when, for example, my daughter is very, very sensitive?
Ah,
So I wasn't raised on expressing myself, which I, as becoming an adult, communication and talking is another, it's like a subcategory for mental health, especially being a single mom.
yeah.
Because so much is going on in your head. It's like we weren't taught to overcome those struggles. It's like
No, we really weren't.
you don't cry, you don't talk, you don't tell people your problems, you suck it up. But it's
Mhm.
like, how do you do that when you're raising your child who's super sensitive? It's like, and you
Yeah.
see how it affects you, you don't want it to affect your child the same way.
Bad Girl Jory is so, so sensitive. And there's really, and I don't mind it, of course. I mean, there's some moments where I won't feed in, but then there's some where I'm like, okay, no, you're genuine. And, she'll get to sleep in my bed or whatnot.
Right.
But it's like I also just kind of treasure those moments because it's not like she asks for it all the time.
Definitely. I feel like I don't want to take those moments away from Ari because I know exactly how it affected me.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, it's like I think we talked about this the last time, like the tough love affects
Yeah.
our love life,
Yes.
our connections, our relationships. And it's like with my daughter being so sensitive, it's like, you know what? I'm going to try to be patient. I'm going to let you cry. In
Yeah.
my head, that's cringy. That's bothering me because
Yeah.
it's like
It does.
I'm suck it up in my head, but it's like, you know what? Maybe you needed that shoulder just to let it out. Or maybe me listening to you prevented you from going to the wrong person or doing some just irrational, doing something
No,
crazy.
exactly.
Yeah,
You know, there's no there's no way to explain how to be a good mom. There's no way to explain how to be a good parent.
definitely.
I feel it is just one of those things like what is it as long as you're fed, sheltered, clothed or something like that,
Something like that.
like you're good. Like that's it. I did my best. Like you're that's how at least I feel. Like I've never said that I was the best mom at things. I've always been okay being the world's okayest mom. Like
Right.
I'm just
I'm with
yeah.
you on that one. Yeah.
I just I'm so not for the expectations, like I had placed a lot of expectations on myself when my daughter was first born. So fast forwarding it to now, it's just like we look at each other, her and I'm just like, nah,
You thought
you thought, what are you
you
doing?
thought
And her and I have conversations as if not necessarily, of course, that I don't see her for her age or I'm trying to make her grow up sooner or whatnot. But I have the conversations with her where we keep it real and I'm able to just tell her, hey, this is this is how we are. This is how we're going to start doing things. This is what we're going to change up. And I always like to tell her, just be honest with me. Like, I can't help you in situations where you kind of want to lie or not tell the truth because you feel like you're going to get in trouble. You just got to tell me what's going on. I was like, but the second you lie, I can't help you.
definitely. I grew up with really strict parents.
The same.
So the structure that we had in the house was, like you can't date till you're 18. You can't hang out with certain people. Oh, you
I have to
can't
take
be
my
like
brother everywhere.
you can't be like the exactly. Yeah, you have to have your siblings with you. You can't hang around with these people or do this and do that. And it's just like, we grow up to be judgmental. And it's like, well, what about the morals of actually just being a good person?
Yeah.
So because I have rules on mine, but they're not over the top because I know for me growing up in a strict household, it created a sneaky kid. It created
There are so many
ways
things that I did as a kid
to
that
get a and
I am
sneaky.
preparing myself for with my kid because karma. You know, I'm preparing myself,
And
but
you know what you did as a kid. You know what you lie about. You know what you do. You already know.
I
It's
just
like
wasn't a bad kid, I guess is my thing. Like I made not great decisions, but I was not a bad kid. Like
I was a bad kid. I
people
will say
wanted me to
that.
be their kid, okay? I was a poster child for like being in everything. I might have gotten in trouble like here or there, but it was like slaps on the wrist.
I was a bad kid because I was so sheltered and came from such a strict household. I feel like you got two reactions. Either you grow up with a good head on your shoulders because you had that structure, and then you grow up really fucked up
Because
because
you
you
had
had
that
so
much.
much structure.
Okay, agreed.
It's like when you tell someone you can't, the
Mhm.
more I want to do it. So I became a
Exactly.
sneaky kid. I became a manipulative, lying kid. I knew how to get myself out of shit
I
because
gotta hear more about this. This is gonna
yeah.
have to be in a different episode.
And as I'm a mom now, it's like, Ari, like you can't bullshit me. You can't bullshit the bullshitter. I
Thank you.
wrote
And
the playbook. You
that's
can't.
what I try and tell bad girl Joey. I'm just like, I don't know where you think you're going with this. Like, I will win. I will
I
win.
win, you lose.
Oh, keep it
Oh,
down.
oh, keep it down. Oh, you do.
Oh,
Oh, I win. Oh my God. Yeah, but it goes back to that. Like what we were taught as kids, it's like, okay, this and this and this, but how about, what if those kids are acting out because they don't come from love or
they don't come
whatever?
from the same.
Yeah, whatever the case may be. It's
I
like,
also think it's knowing your kids' love language.
definitely. My daughter's love language is words of affirmation. She needs to be reassured. And to me, it's like, as a kid, like I felt like I should have gotten a little bit more affirmation from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I turned out okay. But with her, it's like, you know what? I know exactly what that
Yeah.
to fill that void. So it's like, I'm gonna do it. And sometimes my parents don't agree. It's like, hey, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But it's just like I'm not
Yeah.
because I know what effects it had on me.
Yeah. No. Jill's is physical touch. For sure. She is like me.
That's my love language, yeah.
She needs, to know that somebody is there. So I love that about her because I'm like, I'm the exact same way. I'm like, just hold me and tell me I'm pretty.
That's how Ari is. It's like, she wants to know that she's noticed. She wants to know, is she doing a good job? Am I proud of her? And then now that baby boy's here, it's a little bit more challenging. It's like,
Yeah, of
well,
course.
mom, and now it's more of like, I think this is where I question my motherhood sometimes because it's just like, I have the baby in one hand and he's crying or I want to feed him and mom, I want toast. Okay, well, you're not crippled.
Make those.
Go get the bread. Go make it. Oh, okay. Because she's so sheltered. She was the only one for so long. Or mom, I need to take a bath. Okay, go start the shower I showed you.
Yeah, no, bad girl Jory likes to do all of that. She is so freaking independent. I love it.
Yeah, Ari's so dependent because she was the only grandchild for so long. And she has that support system. She has
Yeah.
grandma and grandpa on both sides.
I just realized that your parents only have grandchildren from you.
Hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Boy and a girl, only two
Light bulb.
grandkids.
No wonder they smother. I'm just kidding.
Light bulb. Exactly. I'm like, where was that when I was growing up?
I was like, where was this type of love, Sheila?
For all right, Karen, damn. Like,
No, summing up, there there's gonna come a time and place where bad moms don't get judged for half of the shit that we get judged for right now.
right.
I only feel one as other bad moms, where y'all at? Like, send the girl a DM. Let's hang out. I want new friends. I mean, not like my other friends aren't, bad. She all right. She just had a baby.
I still have the fupa, so it's gonna be some time to come back.
Super.
I'm super fupa. Oh my god.
It happened. It was so
It's
good.
gonna
It
be
was
some time
there.
before I'm back on my hot girl shit. But like you, what did you say? IUD birth control this time now. No more kids for me.
IUD.
I love my kids, but fuck that. That shit is ghetto. I'm
I
not
just
no.
No, like I told you
Can't
earlier,
have
I'm
another baby.
the red box aunt. I'm like, I will rent your baby and then take it back once I'm done.
You
I'm
said
like,
that earlier when you were holding my son.
yes. I was like,
You're like, here you go.
I was like, here you go, fulfilled.
I'm like, all right,
Such a
thanks.
great feeling.
I was
Ready
like,
for
I
recharge.
enjoyed those 15 minutes of just standing
Anytime.
here with no one yelling at me.
It's what I'm here for. Well, if anyone else is interested in wanting to come on, talk about, anything they have rambling on in their minds, this is what I'm here for. This is what we thoroughly enjoy. Feel free to reach out. Shipmyroommatesays.com. Drop a little contact link in there. You can also reach out directly, Gabby, Gabby, at shipmyroommatesays.com. We're going to wrap up this episode. Miss Abby, it was wonderful having you.
It was great to be here. Bye.
Bye. Hey, if you enjoyed today's topic and guest, just stay tuned and subscribe.